Every AI emotional tool you've used, it's built to make you feel heard. You describe your state, and the model reflects it back to you, carefully, with empathy, in a way that feels like you've been understood. That's called Rogerian psychology. It works, but feeling heard is not the same as seeing yourself clearly. This box does that. Here's the problem it's solving. ADHD, emotional dysregulation, means your emotional state can shift completely in under 1 minute with no obvious trigger. Something happened below the conscious awareness. A sound, a memory your brain retrieved before you did, a sensory detail, and now your whole internal state has changed and you don't know why. You are a passenger in your own emotional car and your mood is driving while you're watching out the window, occasionally looking up, wondering, wait, how did we get here? Feelings logging is the beginning of the answer. Prior to building Zalfol, I used to do that at the end of each day. I logged what I felt and why for days, weeks, months. That helped me see an emotional map that was totally invisible to me before. That's why in Zalfol, you can use it not just at the end of every day now, but whenever you remember, whenever you need. The AI won't be able to do anything with that till there is enough of it. That's intentional. Insight requires pattern. Pattern requires repetition. You provide that repetition. Open box 5. You'll see the login interface. Select the emotion, set the intensity, and add a short note on the cause. It takes less than 10 seconds and submit. That's the full action. The value isn't in what a single log does, it's the accumulation. The QC report, the quality control report, is what the AI builds from your data over time. 8 ADHD emotional patterns, rejection sensitivity, shame spiral, hyper-focus crash, emotional flooding, executive paralysis, overwhelm cascade, guilt loop, and the novelty crash. When your logs reach sufficient density, the AI will surface which patterns appear, not as a diagnosis, but as an observation. This pattern showed up in your logs this week. Here is the frequency. Here is when it tends to appear. Once you see the map, two things happen. First, you'll stop being surprised by your own state changes. You'll start recognizing the road before you arrive to that destination. Second, having a name for a pattern changes your relationship with it. Saying, I am in a shame spiral, it's totally different from, I feel terrible and I don't know why. It's same state, but different leverage. The AI didn't interpret your feelings. It showed you what's already logged. And as usual, the full science of emotional dysregulation in ADHD, why naming a pattern is clinically significant, and how this logging approach differs from standard emotion tracking is all in the Feelings and QC Method article. Link in description. Next. Tutorial 8. My favorite, the R&D box. The one for when a new idea shows up and you need somewhere to put it that's not in your main work. Subscribe.